Hey guys, BreakWizard59 here, and welcome back to another episode of Top 10 LEGO Star Wars sets. So last time we did Top 10 LEGO Star Wars Episode 3 sets, and today we're going to take a look at my Top 10 LEGO Star Wars Episode 4/5 sets. Now, Episode 4 and 5, they don't really have as many individual sets um, for each movie as they're really like many of the sets are repeats and they're really not too many individual different sets per movie, so I decided why not to combine the two, and this will be my top 10 Lego Star Wars episode 4 and 5 sets. And once again, I will not be including any UCS sets like the UCS Slave 1 and so on, and I will not be including any large scale playsets. Those include the Death Star and the old Sandcrawler. So that's why those will not be on this list. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with my top 10 LEGO Star Wars Episode 4/5 sets. Alright, starting off at number 10, this is a bit of an interesting one. This is the Hoth Echo base. Now, I ended up looking through the various Hoth Echo base style sets that they have, and once again, the UCS one is not included. But out of all of them, I kind of like this one the best. Now, I know there was that 2011 one, which was pretty good, but I think this one just has a bit of a cooler look to it, especially because it has a bit more of an exterior. It actually includes a snow speeder. But this is a really cool set, a nice army builder. You get 4 rebels, 2 snow troopers. I know you get a white protocol droid, and that's pretty cool. I love how you get the crane and snow speeder, and then a pretty cool turret as well. So this was just a really nice set with all sorts of cool accessories and minifigures, and that's why it's at number 10. Number 9, we have the Mos Eisley Cantina. Now, I love the old one. It's definitely a really cool set. It has a lot of nostalgic feel to it, but overall the set isn't that great of a build. So instead, I ended up choosing the new one, which is really cool. It has an awesome cantina which folds out. That's awesome. You got the Bith musicians finally. It was like forever, and those were some really cool Star Wars characters. Plus, you get a new version of Obi-Wan. I'm pretty sure a new version of Luke, and then you get a new Greedo. So some pretty sought after figures were finally available in this brand new set. The dewback also looks really, really cool, and this set overall has a great build and some awesome minifigures, and therefore it was at number 9. Number 8, we have the TIE Fighter. Now, out of all the TIE Fighters, excluding of course the new Force Awakens one and the of course UCS one, this is probably the best build. Now, I love that 2005 one because it has that light up Darth Vader, but this vehicle is a much better build, a lot more accurate. Not instead of having just blue, like a bright blue and black, they actually have a gray and black, which is definitely much more accurate. You got some awesome figures. I'm pretty sure this is one of the first times that they had the new dome on the R2 units. So I thought that was really cool, and you get some nice, awesome minifigures. So that's at number 8. Number 7, we have the TIE Fighter and Y-Wing. Now this is a pretty cool set because I like it includes both vehicles instead of just one. Now definitely the vehicles themselves could definitely be improved. These aren't the best versions, but I really like that they kind of come in at their own like battle pack kind of way. I actually wish they would have done this with the TIE Fighter and X-Wing. I thought that would have been much better. I'm not sure. I don't think they have a set like that available. But this was a really cool set just because you kind of got both vehicles in one. So that's at number 7. Moving on to number 6, we have the Yoda's Hut and X-Wing. Now, the reason why I chose this out of all the X-Wing fighters is because it includes Yoda's Hut. I really like that scene from Episode 5 on Dagobah with Luke's training. And this is actually the only time you actually get training version of Luke in his Dagobah outfit. That's really cool. Plus, Yoda's Hut is awesome. And then the X-Wing really hadn't changed from like 2002 to 2000 and like 12. It hadn't really changed at all. I know there was the new 2012 2013 version, which is a bit more superior in build, but this one just has a lot more to it with Yoda's Hut. and the cool variants of minifigures, and that's why it came in at number 6. Number 5, we have the Slave One. Now, this definitely is a cool set. Not the newest version, of course, the newest version being the UCS one, but in terms of the playset versions, this one I chose over the 2010 one because of the color. I love the sand green color in the Slave one. I thought that's a really cool color to have, and that looks really good on the vehicle. Plus, you got a good minifigure selection with Dengar IG86 or 88, I believe. And then we also have a Bespin Guard, another cool figure, and then a cool looking Boba Fett. Overall, the vehicle is really nice looking, much more superior to the 2002 Jango Fett Slave one, and it has some great play features, and overall looks really nice. Coming in at number 5. Number 4, we have the Cloud City. Awesome set. So many people love this set. So many people want it remade. But this is such a cool set because Lego really hasn't done like actual playset. Because this looks more like a mock than a true set. Because there's just small parts of each of the parts of Cloud City, and it was only $100, so that was not a bad deal. Especially considering nowadays one of the figures in the set, the Boba Fett, goes for over $300. Gee, three of the figures kind of like add up to like $600 worth, so it's definitely quite an expensive set and definitely should be remade. But this is such a cool set. I just like the unique style used in this set compared to some of the other Lego Star Wars sets. Once again, it looks more like a mock, and I actually kind of do like that for this set. Plus, I like how you get small cross sections which you can actually detach, kind of giving you a lot more playability with this model. Plus, the minifigures are awesome. Love that arm and leg printed Boba Fett for sure. Lando, another awesome figure. And that's why it came in at number 4. Now, because I am doing two Star Wars episodes in one in terms of top 10 sets, I decided honorable mentions were definitely necessary. There are some sets I've left out, which I thought I'd just give a bit of a shout out to. Starting off, we have the motorized walking AT-AT. I really loved the concept for this, having it actually walk on its own. That was awesome. But sadly, that kind of takes away from the playability. So that's why it kind of was unable to make it to the list. And actually, another reason I didn't end up adding it, and it's a bit of a spoiler, but one of the AT-ATs is in my top 3. So I thought, why not try to keep it more diverse? The next set, this is like the TIE, I forget the name of the set, but this is like a cool TIE Fighter battle pack. You get 4 TIE Fighters. That was awesome. A really cool set. Even though they're all available in separate sets, this was something really cool, having a cool TIE Fighter battle pack. And the final honorable mention is the Imperial Landing Craft. We have never got remade this set. This is a really cool set. Used decent, not used as much in the movies. I know it's used a bit in Star Wars Rebels, but I think this is a really cool vehicle. And it was really cool. Had some nice play features, cool minifigures, and that's going to be my final honorable mention. Now let's get on to the top 3. Starting off at number 3, we have, yes, the AT-AT Walker. Now, I ended up choosing the 2003 version. Now, there have been a handful of AT-ATs released. I know there's been a 2003 version, then a 2007 motorized version, and I believe 2012 or 2011 version, and then the most recent 2014 version, 2015 version. So there have been 4 playset AT-ATs released. And I mean, the newer 2 ones, they're okay, even though they're kind of smaller. I'm not a huge fan of those. And plus, like, they're kind of like more condensed, even though the exterior looks nice. It kind of is not as good in terms of the build. And then the previous 2, the 2003 and 2007. Again, I said the 2007 version motorized one kind of lost its playability, and I ended up using the 2003 one as my third set. Now this is awesome because I love the use of dark and light gray. That's something very unique that some of the new ones really haven't done. They've pretty much stuck to using pretty much light bluish gray for the whole thing. But I really like in this that they kind of exchange the colors. The feet I think look really cool, even though they're a bit like different. I think they look really cool for this set. And then of course the overall build is awesome. I love the front because the window, like this like window piece, it's not made using cheese slip. That's actually like one full awesome like brick mold, which I think is really really cool. Would definitely like to get that piece and add it to my motorized walking AT-AT. I think that would look really cool. Then what kind of tipped the set off is that it has an awesome interior and you can actually fit a speeder bike. So that's why what kind of bumped it up over the rest to taking the number 3 spot. Number 2, one of the big iconic parts of the original trilogy are the villains, Star Destroyers. Those are just so cool. Now we had the two versions with the 2014 version and we had this 2006 version. Now the reason why 2006 version took the top spot is it's bigger, which is nice, even though there are a few better detailing in terms of the new one. But what's really cool, I like the interior a lot. I like how you actually get an escape pod with this. That was awesome. And I like how you get Tarkin with it. And then also the overall build on the interior is really cool. But then what really brought the setup is that you can actually fit minifigures in the bridge, as you can see up there. So that's really cool. And that's kind of what boosted the setup um, over the other version at number 2. And speaking of iconic vehicles, you can kind of already see what the number 1 set will be, the Millennium Falcon. And once again, as I said, no UCS set, so I eliminated the UCS one, which is personally my favorite. And then out of the remaining 3 playset versions, we had the like 2001, which in my opinion looked really ugly. Then we had the 2003, 2004 one. That was like the one with the Hoth Troopers, so that was kind of representing episode 5. Then we had this one, and again, these episode 7 one doesn't count. This one was the best of the 3, and therefore it kind of came in at number 1. Millennium Falcon, such an iconic vehicle, looks awesome. This version looks really nice. Has some great details. Um, awesome play features, and then the minifigures are great. I like you actually get Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, and Han in one set, and instead of having to buy multiple. Plus, you get Obi-Wan actually, and then Darth Vader. That's a cool little extra they ended up adding, and therefore this set, of course, comes in at number 1. So that's it for my top 10 LEGO Star Wars Episode 4 through 5 sets. Tell me what you guys think. I know you guys probably will have different opinions, and I'd love to hear those down in the comments below. Do you agree with the list? What would you change? And so on. But there you go. Thanks for watching. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned for the Episode 6 Top 10 Sets video coming out soon. Thank you so much for watching. This Brick Wizard 59. Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. But anyways, I'll see you all next time.